We on. Let's go.
Oh, I've been recording for the last minute, so we good.
Oh,
Oh, edit that. Oh shoot!
what's your cousin's name, Blevin?
It's
Nah,
light
nah,
with
nah.
You
it.
gonna
See,
put him
look,
on?
this is
Hey,
what
the room is dark. The room is dark.
There we
I
go.
see what you did there. I see what you did there. I see what you did.
Hey, Booker had enough light to give you. He was shining on you from all the way from there.
Yeah, we back.
Back now. I'm excited for today.
Hey, we might have to retire this song and start playing Rooftop.
Hey,
I'm
let's
gonna put that out there.
We should do that.
You guys go platinum yet?
go. Not yet.
Not yet. All right.
He's been rocking the streaming
Plastic
farm,
right
so,
now.
Yeah, we're plastic.
H-A-T on the beat, the real one.
If Andy can't help you.
Love is dober, my hot dog.
Classic, guys. So we have some guests. Glad to have you guys on board with us today. I know we're gonna have an excited pod. I want to go ahead and let you guys introduce yourselves and tell us what you've been working on. Book first.
Yeah, let's start with Booker. What you been working on, fam?
Just physical therapy right now, trying to get my knee right, working on my bachelor's in bio. So it's just PT, work, in the books, repeat. I'm trying to keep my mind right, body right.
Yeah, if you guys don't know who Book is, he joined us on one of our first episodes of Brunch Boys.
I'll be back.
And we had a good NBA talk on there. So glad to have you back. Who we got next?
Yo, David.
What's going on? Thanks for having me.
Nice. What you working on?
Both touched on it, man. Really, with the pandemic going on, we're kind of limited what we can do in our leisure time. So I really just been locked in with work, just trying to stack, invest, and then just work on myself, my mental, my physical. I fell off on the fitness tip. I need to get back in the gym or find something to do, to stay active. But that's pretty much it.
What you been investing in?
Just the stocks, like stock game, and I got pulled into the Robin Hood.
Okay.
Hey, there we go.
Options and whatnot, but so that's going okay. It's a volatile market, so that's up and down.
That's what's up.
The gyms opened up out here not too long ago, and I went one time and I was sore for a week. It was tough, man. That fitness game was tough. I think because you get excited, you're like, man, I haven't done this in a while. Let me just hit it, And then you go extra hard. You're over there doing full body when you're not supposed to. And I was hurting for a week, man. I regret it. But I understand getting into that fitness is key, man. Book.
Yeah.
Book is the fittest of all.
Shoot, that COVID 2015 come at you, man. Like real, like when I've been inactive with my knee, and you eat the same, but if you don't work the same, it catch up with you.
COVID-19 stands for 19 extra pounds you got.
Yeah.
No, for real, man. Hey, but glad to have you guys on. I'm glad that you guys are doing well, especially during this time. Thank you for you guys' support and just the comments and stuff, the feedback that you guys give. We need that from everybody. And I want to shout out to all the followers. We got to 100, past 100, so let me get that round of applause. 108.
Yeah, congrats on that.
We climbing.
Yeah.
So the goal is to get to 250 by the end of the year. Then 1,000, the 2,000, the 100,000. So just shout out to everybody.
100,000.
So you guys catch the debate today?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got a little bit of it, but what you guys think?
I think we need Blevins to read out his tweets because he was going bananas on there.
You were tweeted?
Oh, of course, man.
Just a little bit.
He need to be sponsored by Twitter. He's on there.
First of all, this man said, I can't see the audience because it's so dark. That was during a topic of racism and race and the talk. And his response at some point was, I can't see the audience because it's so dark. I'm not going to touch that at all. But I think there was some slight references on there. He was busting Biden, the whole laptop thing. He said the laptop from hell. So that was definitely a one-liner that made me laugh. What else? Biden was smart for bringing up the Central Park Five. We all know where Trump stands on that from several years ago, and he did not deny his claims at all. So I think that was smart. What else? This dude brought up Perry Mason. Then he said kids without the parents are so well taken care of, like, which was super confusing. So there was a lot of things that he said that I think people were able to really see right through. And then Biden looked in the camera and was able to speak to the American people and to people's families. And I think that helped him big time.
Yeah, no, I think at some point too, he said, Trump said that there hasn't been anybody else that's done more for black people other than probably Abraham Lincoln. And maybe Abraham Lincoln. I mean, just the fact that he said that and compared himself to, somebody like that and just thinks of himself like that. This man is full of himself for sure. And I was really happy to see that Biden, stood toe to toe with him. And I think he represented himself well. And I think he definitely won some voters over. And a lot of us feel a little bit more comfortable with him and his and everything that he's like talking about. So I'm just happy he was able to stand toe to toe with him, and I think get him a few times, honestly.
Yeah.
Trump said, "I ran because of you."
Biden said, "I ran because of you." What did y'all think?
Yeah, what did y'all think?
I caught a glimpse of it towards the end, and I just think sometimes they're just pulling that race a little too far, like bringing up the black people, which I understand because of what's going on. I just feel like they're trying to put an extra spotlight to it, and we're not getting the response that we're looking for. They're still dodging those questions, so it's like why are you gonna answer or why bring it up? Like, just go on to something else. But I like how Biden was able to speak for the people, and it was like he wants to help the people versus Trump is like, hey, you guys are making money. We just want you to make money, like, jobs. And then Biden was like, hey, I'm for you guys, for the people, like for integrity and proper life. So I appreciate Biden this one. He did good.
Yo, I'm gonna let the two guys go right now, but I just want to answer. I just want to respond to what you just said. The reason why they get hung up so much on the race, I feel, is because black people or minority people have a strong like foundation in this country, and they need, like, think about just pulling in 50 Cent in. Think about just pulling Ice Cube in. Like, they know that they can pull more people by just saying, hey, I got 50 Cent with me. I got Ice Cube with me. I got Kanye with me. So they know that they can swing the vote a little bit. They can't win this race without bringing the black vote in. Trump cannot do it without having a percentage of the black vote, percentage of the Hispanic vote, percentage of the Asian, the Muslim, even though he's not like really focusing on them. But that just tells you how big the black community is, how big the brown community is, and that they need them. So that's the reason why.
We'll touch on those two clowns after they go. Go ahead.
For sure.
Go ahead, D.
The thing that resonated with me the most that Biden said was, his character and my character. And I think we've all witnessed that Trump will say anything, to get votes, to get support. And, I think ultimately, and he's proven this as a businessman and even in office, that he's all about a dollar. And he's not concerned about the people, and specifically, minorities, our communities. So I think we get overlooked, by him and his people. And, like he's just dishonest. So like one of the things he touched on in the beginning was he was talking about how he's doing currently. And he said he's immune to COVID now. And then he also said it's going away. And we know these things are not factual. So, the guy will just say anything. And in that position, you should be the most informed person or one of the most informed people. And clearly he's not, or he's not conveying that to the public. So, yeah, I mean, we got to get this guy out.
No doubt.
Yeah. And piggyback on what D was saying, like, it's just a lack of leadership. When I want to look in that seat, I want to see somebody that is going to put us in a better place, but put us in a better position. And like, I'm not really getting that from Trump. Like, I feel he's benefiting off the divide in this country. You can see, like, on the issues that you see on social media or in day-to-day life, it's like one's on this side and one's on this side, and it's just causing that rift in our country. And overall, like, I think it's just disheartening. Like, we should be trying to like unify ourselves, but like, Trump is over here deflecting all of his shortcomings, and they just want to bring up Biden's past, but I want to hear how we're going to be brought together, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's real talk.
Yeah, for me, like what a leader is, and you guys kind of touched on that, is accepting responsibility for your mistakes. You know what I mean? I think we've all been in some sort of position of leadership at one point or another in our lives, and know that when you're the guy, you get all of the blame and none of the credit, right? But you have to eat that. You have to take that. And then same thing, which I was saying, like I know a decent amount of people in my personal life who are like, well, I've made the most amount of money, while he's been in office. Well, first of all, you should be progressively making more money in your career anyway. But to have that really be the only thing that you could say positively, and at the expense of all these other things that have hurt a bunch of families, hurt a bunch of individuals, whether that's the separation of people, the divide in people's relationships because of politics, and the divide in our communities and our society, like, is you making a little bit of extra money worth it,
Mm-hmm.
And to kind of stay on topic, but to switch it up, like, what do y'all two think about 50 Cent and about Ice Cube? And there's two different. You have Ice Cube, who didn't necessarily endorse him, but his actions, show, that he's not really where we're at with things. And then you got 50 Cent, who outright, even though he's a clown and a troll, said that's who he's voting for.
I
Well,
think.
like,
Go ahead, but you got it.
oh no, you get D. I'll go after.
Okay. I mean, I think just them associating with him is a problem. Like we can't, like Andy was saying earlier, just them associating their names being attached to his is going to sway votes, because there's people that are, unfortunately, they're uninformed, or they see a headline, they see Ice Cube, they see 50 Cent, they admire those guys, and they see them associating with Trump. So that's going to sway some votes. And last time, I'm sure we all, before the election, we thought this guy had no chance, and the day comes and he's our president. You know what I mean? So every vote counts. And I think it's sad that those guys are even associated in whatever capacity. They shouldn't be doing that, because they're going to sway some votes, and then perhaps they do give this guy a better chance and opportunity to get back in office.
Yeah.
It's not a good look.
Yeah, and I do see it, from David's perspective, as far as, you see people on social media saying, oh, Trump isn't racist, and posting all these photos with him and like black entertainers and entrepreneurs and all of this. But at the same time, from my perspective, we should welcome those conversations. Hey, we don't agree, we don't see eye to eye, but we're gonna discuss the displeasures that we have with one another. Have those uncomfortable conversations. Say, Trump, I feel you doing this, that, and the third, and this is what I feel could help everybody. And if he does get reelected, if he doesn't, I feel that that dialogue should be between the president and his people for sure.
Feel that?
Yeah.
That's
He deflects a lot of that though. No, my bad. My bad. I just think that he deflects that question all the time. He's never really answered it, and it was asked at the same time. Like, what would you say to that mother, that father that are having those talks? And he didn't answer that, and he deflected, and then his response was like trying to throw Biden under the bus, obviously. And to answer your question, Blevins, about like people like making a little bit of money, I feel like it is a money war at the same time. Like he's been heavy in the stock industry, and like for him to, this is a conspiracist in me. The fact that he mentioned two companies when it came to the COVID stuff. I mean, he mentioned Johnson & Johnson and Moderna. I think it was the other company. I wouldn't be surprised if his name might not be attached to those stocks, but doesn't mean his money's not attached to those stocks. So watch those stocks in the next few days, and then they go up. And
Just
where
like
does that money
Kodak.
go? Just like Kodak. And it's a game, man. It's a game, and that's what I've said in the past. Like we definitely got to respect the way that he plays this game in order to understand how we can actually beat this man at his own game. So you got to respect him at some point. And if we're not respecting him, then he's gonna outplay us. He's just, I mean, what evil is that good? Look what's happened in the last 4 years.
Yeah,
And
I think
and
that's a
so-
good. Go ahead.
And I was like, that's crazy too. When you really think about it, conspiracy theory, Andy's mind process, it's like how social media is being played. Like the media is
Manipulated.
really manipulating, and it's kind of like ads. It's kind of like ads. You know how they always force us to buy stuff, and it just seems like they're buying our vote from all this 50-cent stuff, all this nonsense, like trying to pit us against each other or trying to get us to go out there and vote. And then you got Kanye out there say, vote for me.
He on the ballot though. He on the ballot.
It's just
You gotta
crazy
write a bid.
how they're utilizing social media. Because look at us, we're talking about this. This is what they want. This is what they're looking for, a reaction. And it's just crazy how they're playing on social media to manipulate, politics nowadays. And they're doing it.
Either you the player or you getting played.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think with the rapper thing, that's a good segue into read the rap.
Raps.
Let me go ahead and send this off to David. Did you already send yours to Booker?
Yeah. No cursing, guys. No cursing. My kids
Yeah,
listen to this.
this
okay?
is a family show. Keep it PG.
Although Jesse pods without pants on, so I don't know about that.
I don't have pants on.
my
yeah.
You got pants on right now, Jesse?
Nope.
OnlyFans on the way.
I got draws. No, Blevs did it with no draws.
He almost got up too.
No, hey, that I will not confirm nor deny that.
Nor deny. Did you get yours, Booker?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a segment where we read the raps. We try to stay no cursing. Try to keep it as PG as possible. Do it. You don't even have to rap it. Just read it as if you're reading the story. Like I want reading Rainbow style stuff. I wish I had.
Switch up the words.
Yes, you have to be creative. You have to be on the spot.
Who's gonna go first?
Wait, first of all, I guess we should have asked, even though we've known both of you guys for quite some time. Do you guys know how to read?
Oh my gosh.
No, we got to make sure. We can't be putting all this pressure on them and then they can't read. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, yeah.
Oh.
We're good.
Okay, cool.
All right, check.
Oh, stop.
All right, Book, what you go first?
Hey, this is beyond reading comprehension, though. I have to read and then also change words as I'm
That's
reading.
right. Let's see what that public school system do.
That's the challenge.
Or does. Is it? My bad. Whatever.
All right.
All right, Booker, let's go.
I'm not ashamed anymore. I'm gonna do the thing that your lover never did before. Girl, baby, let me be your candy liker. Girl, I want to be. I'm not ashamed. I want to be your candy giver. Girl, let me. Oh, man. Let me. Nope, it sounds wrong. Even when I try to clean it up.
Clean it up. Do the best you can, man.
Make up a word.
Let me lollipop you up.
Okay.
Let me lollipop you down. Turn, baby, and let me lollipop you all around. Oh, let me lollipop you, girl. Like your lover should. Oh, baby. Oh, honey. I want to lollipop you, girl. All right, that's
Oh, you got more. You got more. No, you got
Oh
more.
my gosh. Oh baby, oh honey. Oh no, that's where I left
Yeah,
off.
you're right there.
I want to make you feel good, like your lover should. I want to lollipop you until you arrive.
Damn.
I'm not lying, girl. I just want to be 8 days a week your lollipopper, girl. Oh, I just want to be 8 days a week your lollipopper, girl. You see, I'm Jody, baby, and Jody ain't no punching. Jody ain't no crying, girl. But there's one thing I can say about Jody, though, huh? Jody know how to make a woman feel good. Ain't that right, lady? Ain't that right?
Wait, so Jody, I know he was talking about Tyrese last week as his favorite actor. Is it that Jody or no? Who
No.
was it? Who was the song?
What song is this?
Marvin Cease, Candy Liquor.
Who?
Bro,
Wait,
what? Where did you find this? BET Uncut?
Oh, that. That's
What
gonna be my next one.
What are you
Can't
talking?
claim that.
What is that?
I'll play it off air.
No, I don't never want to hear that. I've heard enough. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I never even heard that song.
All right, David, it's on you.
Yeah.
Can't be no worse than that.
All right, here we go. Ain't no need in buying a drink or holding a combo if you ain't coming back to the condo. It's damn near 4 in the morning. Ain't ish to discuss till you ask which hot dog touch. I'm trying to cut till it's light outside. You feel the same? Get your coat, get your friends, the truck right outside. Listen, Ma, I want to ball out. So when I finish, I expect you to extract it all out and let my man tear your body out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
that was
he's
good.
staying home and he need your privates to fall out. I get it, Crump. Ask the fellow players. Kiss hit more girls than they list in the yellow pages. It's never to cuff them, share them right after I love them. To come clean, I'm a mellow gangster. Pass a chick like a baton runner to runner. Been through a million underwear from summer to summer. So you'll never see Jay stress. They always say yes. Every night, dog, I be finishing. Okay, we're gonna stop there. I just can't stop getting the cheeks. And the only thing I ask girlfriend is we sleeping together or what?
So that's David's favorite rapper, Jadakiss, and the song is "Freaking or What."
Okay. All right. Before we go into the next topic, I know your curiosity is crazy, so I'm gonna play it.
Oh my God.
I'm not ashamed no more.
That sounds like a vibe, though.
No, that's a nah. That ain't no vibe. That's a nah.
Nice.
All right, let me hear these first few bars. Is this like a Too Short Al Green mashup?
Yeah.
What year did this come out?
1973.
Let me lick you up. Let me lick you down.
I'm about to remix this song. Watch.
I can't believe I've never heard this. It kind of goes though.
That's what I'm trying to say. It was a vibe.
I need to see if anybody's ever sampled this before.
I'm gonna. If not,
Hey, I got a random question. So today I was looking for somebody's name, right, on my phone. And granted, let me add some context to this. I've had an iPhone since 2013, so my iCloud gets saved, right? And one of the contacts comes up as, I won't say the person's name, but it says Twitter thirst trap. So so I
What does
thought
that
like
mean?
I must have found her on Twitter, and it was a thirst trap. So then I thought to myself like, damn, how did like? There's got to be some random names out there like used to save girls' names. So what is the most random name that you saved in your contact list from before wives or girlfriends, obviously? So
I used to just do the letter A B J C D.
I will not incriminate myself at all. But
y'all don't have to answer if
the
you're
the,
Western, but I
the,
just
them
thought
other
about
two
that.
could go.
First name in the club usually.
That's got to be recent then.
Book.
Like way back, like in the school days, you would
Long,
put
long
like
time
the
ago.
class, the class and the period, like first period English. Well, like if you couldn't like
You went
recall
to
their
school
name.
with these people. You saw them every day. How would you not remember their name?
Uh,
Or were you trying to keep it secret?
yeah, trying to keep it on
Okay.
the low.
All right. Incognito. All right.
Yeah, girls in different periods. That's all.
Yeah, multiple girls in different periods.
Yo, I ain't with that no more.
All right,
So you
for sure.
say.
He's I ain't the candy licker no more. I'm Jody, boy.
I ain't ashamed.
All right. So the real reason we brought them on, because both these men know their hoop. So we're going to continue our top 5 dead or alive segment. But before we go into that, well, this one's about hoop, so we'll talk about it in a second. But before we get into that, Andy, can you talk about the slander that Jesse's been getting?
Oh man, my
Left
guy
and right.
Jesse, left and right. Just you know what, like it's his own fault. You know when he picks Tyrese as one of the best actors, it just
One of my favorite.
One of his favorite actors.
one of his favorite
Not the best.
actors. What was his
Yo,
other?
Waist Deep was tough though.
Lord.
Waist Deep was
We are not
We
going
got
to do this
another-
on this episode as
We got
well.
another-
We're not going to do this on this
Waist Deep was
episode as well.
So Blevins' cousin, engaging in our comments, definitely appreciate him. Left a comment saying, "Can we kick this man off the pod?" And so I want to give Jesse the opportunity to defend himself.
I'm gonna be me. I'm known to be different, and I'm not gonna sway around. Okay, it was our favorite, right? It was our opinion, right? So I'm gonna continue to have my opinion and share what I want, even if it's a wild card, because that's just gonna show you who my personality is, who I am as a person, right? My wild card thought process. So it's okay. I appreciate the feedback. You guys are gonna be mad, but if we all had the same 5, they're gonna be like, all those guys talk about is the same stuff. They like the same stuff. So I have to be diverse. So I'm gonna indulge in my stuff because I know you guys are probably scared.
Ooh, shots.
Just kidding. But I'll take the heat for y'all.
Okay.
And even the rapper one, again,
Joe Budden.
it was our who we listen to the most. It was not
Yes.
who we think is the best or anything like that. It was who we listen to the most. So, I got questions on even my picks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People wondering why I didn't pick J. Cole, which I don't think any of us said J. Cole, but J. Cole is the truth. I don't listen to him like that, though. I think Andy said Kendrick Lamar, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say Kendrick Lamar as well. Andre 3000, I really thought of that, but then, that's a solo artist. Outkast, I love Outkast to death. One of my favorites. But,
top
I already picked a group. I said Tribe Called Quest. I didn't add De La Soul in there, you know what I mean? And I love them. So it's only 5. There's so much great music out there, from the 90s and the early 2000s. There's great hip hop that's starting to come back right now. I think, we have one of those artists in our vibe or nah. So, it is what it is.
Sure.
So
So as we continue with the top 5 dead or alive and
Continue
the
with
topic,
the slander too. I take it, man.
that's
I'll
fine.
Give it to me.
And today's with our top 5 dead or alive NBA players who haven't won a ring.
Yes.
It's clearly just our opinion, and our opinion only. So, and we're allowed to do that because this is our podcast. So let's.
But we love the engagement. It's so funny. Like, we all laugh at it, and we want more of it. So thank you for helping us get to 100 followers. We're a little bit above that now. We're gonna get to 150 and 2, and then like Jesse said, we're trying to get to 250 by the end of the year. So we love the engagement. We appreciate that. David, your sister Demisha was in the comments as well. Shout out to her. Thank you for the engagement. Megan was in there. Omar was in there. So we appreciate y'all all commenting.
Yeah. You want me to go first this time to get my slander over with?
No. We're going to save you.
Yeah,
we saving you for last. We're going to go Book, Andy, David, myself, then you.
Yeah. Guess first.
Our favorite, we got to preface it since everybody's on our head, our favorite NBA top 5 or our favorite 5 NBA players who have never won a ring. So, Book, hit us.
All right. This was tough. Like, so many people come to your head as far as like present day players too, like how much talent there is in the league right now. Like there's 10, 12 guys you're like, all right, yeah, this guy's nice. But I tried to mix it up. As far as present players go, I'm gonna go with Giannis. 2-time MVP, 6'11", can do it all, run up 1 through 5. That man's the truth. Past, I'm gonna go Karl Malone. Number 2 on the scoring list. Everyone wants to say like, oh, Bam is like the prototypical big for today's game. Karl Malone was doing that back then, rebounding, being athletic, making mid-range jump shots. So I'm gonna go that route.
Before you go on, did Giannis deserve to win Defensive Player of the Year? Yes or no?
No, that's Anthony Davis.
Thank you. Did he deserve to win the MVP?
MVP, if we're going bubble and regular season, the combination of the two, I'm gonna say yes on that one.
Okay.
I'm gonna say you deserve that.
Okay. And are you a Laker fan?
Yes. But I'm trying when I answer these questions, I try to be.
I'm just saying it's surprising that not that Karl Malone shouldn't be on that list because of his greatness. You are absolutely right. It's just surprising that as a Laker fan, you would say him. But continue.
We had him on his last leg, so
I wanted to win for him, but all the other stuff before he's no longer a Laker. So, but continue.
I'm gonna go Reggie Miller is my number 3.
Okay.
Watching that Jordan doc, he was the closest one to knock off Jordan, and just like. He was a killer from Palmdale. Like, I'm sad he didn't
Riverside.
Oh, Riverside, excuse me.
Took you thinking about PG.
Yeah. But from there, I'm going to go Allen Iverson, icon, who I looked to growing up on YouTube, trying to emulate his moves. He's always there. And my last, Derrick Rose.
I respect it.
Youngest MVP of all time, electric, man, like
a Laker.
Oh man, come on over, bro. We need that. Come on, you're not gonna be on this list long if you come over.
Come join the team.
Through.
Yeah, but truly just enjoy watching him play. He's a humble dude. It's unfortunate, the injuries that he had, but special. Got to put him on the list.
Okay. AO760.
Okay. So I'm gonna name off the 2 that I have on the list that Booker chose as well. And first one was AI. I mean, growing up, idolized him. He changed the game from like all types of levels, like bringing the streets, bringing kids into like what we were enjoying, like what we saw. He embodied in a bigger scale, and he diversified the NBA. He changed the way people looked, dressed, played, and I mean he could have won a ring, obviously, but he went up against the Lakers, and at that time nobody was beating the Lakers. But just the fact that he was able to take his team to the finals that year, and being like the lone star. I know he had role players, but being the lone star, like, it took a lot.
And
oh, go ahead.
He, despite all his issues off the court, he brought it every single night. You cannot deny that man played his hardest every single night with a bunch of heart.
Yeah, for sure.
And he was the only one to hang a L on those Lakers.
That's true.
We were 16-1 besides that man's game 1 performance. So
he gave us 50, right? 50 plus?
51 or 57, something like that.
And so, he immortalized Tyronn Lue forever.
Yes. Hey, so I'm going to be vulnerable right now. When I was younger, because I think I had been like 7th, 8th grade, right? So I didn't start playing basketball until I was about in 5th grade. But anyways, whenever he crossed Jordan up and they changed the rules of the way you could cross over, I hated Iverson because of that. Because they're like, oh, you can't do that because of Iverson. So I used to hate him because I didn't even know how to dribble correctly, but I hated the man because I was like, we can't do this. So I was so bad growing up hating AI. So then when I finally like started watching him, I was like, okay, I see why. And I obviously the video, I don't think we were poor, so we didn't have a computer. So I never saw the highlights of when he crossed Jordan. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, okay, now I see why he was good. So as I got older, I enjoyed to like, but the first couple years of me playing and watching basketball, I hated that guy because of that. So just a side story.
I thought it was because he had braids and you can't grow your hair.
I had braids though around that time. I had the cornrows, the 4, because of him.
Oh, okay.
All right, my second pick that he said as well was Reggie Miller. Just classic moments, not just against Jordan, obviously, like he went toe to toe with him, but just like his battles with the Knicks, like those were memorable. His obviously, what was it, like 11 points in like 9 seconds? That was great. He obviously went against Kobe, and did really well. Like I feel like they gave the Lakers a hard time, even though the Lakers obviously smashed them. But like feel like they gave him a run for their money. And obviously he's a Cali boy. He doesn't really rep it as much, but still a Cali boy. So I give it to him. And then his sister is more of a legend than him. So for the women,
Yes.
right?
For hoops, period.
Huh?
For hoops, period. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. She's a legend. Second, a lot of it is related to Jordan. Dominique Wilkins. One of those like if you look at him and Zion, almost similar in the way that they just jam the ball. Like they're just like football. They're almost like football players. They can hoop, and the way he attacked the rim, people are scared of him. Obviously, it's out of my era. But as YouTube came along, like I just got real savvy with his game, and I really enjoyed like even the dunk contest. Like that was history for the dunk contest. Like really revitalized that whole dunk contest and made it what it is now. Somebody got some sound on?
So
I hear some sound going on.
We got a combo talking about $16,000. Can I get some? Keep going, eh?
Okay. The other one, similar into the Reggie Miller era, was Patrick Ewing. Big presence, big player down low, and honestly, if it wasn't for Hakeem, he could have got his ring. If it wasn't for Tim Duncan and David Robinson, could have got a ring. Just the fact that he was able to bring back New York basketball and just really embody what that was. And he was close, man. He was really, really close. And he was actually one of my favorite players to watch. And so he was a pick of mine. And then the last one, I had to pick a Laker, Elgin Baylor, legend, Hall of Famer. I mean, the man he didn't win the ring, but he's got a statue. He's got his jersey retired. One of the best scorers, one of the most electric scorers, like in the 60s. I mean, he just played in the wrong era. Obviously, that was the Celtic era, and he couldn't get a ring. But I think like in one of the finals games, he scored like 50, like a 50 piece. So legendary. So those are my 5 right there.
I like it. Carter, what you got?
Number 1, Lev, you probably already know. This is the reason I started playing basketball myself when I was a kid, man. Penny was my guy.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Let me change my list up. Let me take somebody out.
But no, like the shoes, the game, the commercials, you know what I mean? If the guy never got hurt, it's similar to D-Rose story, you know what I mean? It's sad that, that's a part of the game. Unfortunately, the injuries robbed him, of his career. So Penny's my number one. You guys said AI. That was my number two. As far as AI goes, I appreciated him, and it kind of ties into the things you guys said about him. But he was unapologetically him at all times, and for him to have been at the level that he was and have that level of success and still not change like at all, is the most respectable thing, for any athlete or person for that matter. Number three, I got.
Before you go on for number three,
yeah.
You said he was unapologetically him and he didn't change for nobody. That made me think of a Jay-Z line, like automatically. He said, "Jigga man, you rich, take that do-rag off." Allen Iverson was not taking that do-rag off. You was gonna have to deal with it. And I think it was the same run to where they ended up getting to the finals, but his battles with Vince against Toronto, and then with Ray Allen against Milwaukee as well. Those two series were epic series.
Definitely. My third is Lou. Lou not supposed to be on this list, man. We ain't gonna talk about them clips and how they choked him off this year. Lou was supposed to get his ring. Lou is my class, so Lou was one of those guys where I never played against him, but like I heard stories about this kid, and that was the last year you could go straight to the league. So anybody that's played basketball, you understand that for a kid that's 18 years old to have the skill level at he's probably 6'1", 6'2", I think he's listed 6'3". To have the skill level to go as a kid to the NBA at that size is absolutely amazing. And he's one of those guys, I don't know if he works out or anything, but you just roll the ball out and just play. You know what I mean? Like a Jamal Crawford, I'll put him in the same category. So Lou's my number three. Number four, let me see. Oh, Gilbert Arenas.
Let me take somebody else off of my list. Okay.
Yeah, Valley Boy, Cali too. Okay.
Yeah, so Gil, I feel like a lot of the point guards in this era are like Gil's sons. You know what I mean? So like from a Dame to like a Steph, even like a Trae Young, those offensive-minded point guards that can pull from anywhere. Gil was like the first PG to, he cross half court, or a couple steps inside the half court. You better be on him because he can. Yeah. So Gil's on there. It's cool to see him too as he's gotten older and how cerebral he is about the game because of how silly he is. Like his personality, you wouldn't think he can analyze the game the level he does. He knows the game probably better than most, I would say. And then my fifth is my last one. Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine. Yeah. So Zach was one of those guys. I wanted the Lakers to draft him in 2014. They ended up picking Julius Randle. So their careers are in different spots. The Lakers got a chance. They probably could try to make a deal soon, bring him back to LA, UCLA product. So LaVine's my last one.
Okay, I like that list. I had to take Penny off. I still have my 5, and I had to take Gil off. I love Gil because I saw he was one of the camp counselors at Jordan Camp one of the years that I went there. So Jordan would always have either up and coming college players, up and coming high school players as the camp counselors. And the thing about Gil and who he is this man is a hustler and he loves money. And this dude was playing us kids. So we're like grade school to high school. He was playing kids video games for money. He was shooting craps with the kids for taking their money too. He was playing pool against the kids taking their money, playing ping pong against the kids taking their money. And then the other thing that he was doing, like I said, he's a hustler. He was getting the basketball shorts from the other players from the college shorts. So he would ask them for their shorts, and then he would sell them to other kids too. So he would take them from you and then get them for free and sell them to other kids. So I love Gil. He's a character, and I, like you said, I do like the fact that he has. I wouldn't say he's matured, but he's definitely evolved. Um, and I like the podcast that he has, and he had Earl Watson on there the other day, and the stuff that they were talking about was really dope. So I will go ahead and get into my five.
that was one.
No, that was not one. I'm piggybacking off of his. I had to take that off of there.
I would say I like the Lou Will pick though, only because I thought of Drake. Go Lou Will on these.
So my number one is Sean Kemp. So the Rain Man was ridiculous. Oh yeah. So he, side note, he's opening a cannabis. He has a cannabis company in Seattle that he's opening up, and everybody on Twitter today had the same joke. He needs to name it Sean Hemp.
That's hard.
And then somebody posted a sign back in the day when the Sonics were in Seattle. Somebody had a sign and it said "Legalize Kemp." So hopefully he does well in his business. I think Gary Payton is supposed to show up to the grand opening as well. So we'll see how that goes. But that duo was ridiculous. The fact that they got to the finals that year in '96 against Jordan was amazing. But early in their career, when them two would link up, you could throw it to the roof, and Sean was gonna catch that thing and yam it on somebody. His YouTube highlights of him just dunking on people, not all the other dunks, but him just dunking on people are ridiculous. Especially the one, I think it was Alton Lister, that he dunked on him and then he gave him a pound afterwards. Like, how do you get embarrassed like that and be like, yeah, you got me in front of tens of thousands of people? So Sean Kemp was amazing. He was Blake Griffin before Blake Griffin. That's my number one. I had to put a Laker on here. So Eddie Jones, man, one of the most quiet dudes out there, but will lock you up, will dunk on you, will score on you and get to the basket with ease. It was sad that Eddie had to go, but it was for a good reason, because that allowed Kobe Bryant to flourish and shine and become who he became and bring 5 titles to the Lakers. But Eddie Jones was the man before him, which leads me into my next person. This person had to leave the Lakers too for Kobe to shine, and that's Nick Van Exel. So as much as I love Kobe Bryant, Nick Van Exel is my favorite Laker of all time, just because of just his brashness, his bravado when he would hit a three on somebody and come up the court and do the uppercut on him, or he would hit a three and bring the pressure down. Like, Nick was the man. I hated seeing him go. I hated seeing both of them go, but I really hated seeing him go, because that's what introduced me to basketball, and that's what introduced me to Laker basketball, where those teams with Nick Van Exel and Eddie Jones and Anthony Peeler and George Lynch and all those players. And I was happy, and I'm still happy, that the Lakers were able to have 4 All-Stars at one time, when it was Nick, Eddie, Kobe, and Shaq. So that was pretty amazing that happened. Let's keep it LA. I'm gonna go Baron Davis. I fell in love with Baron Davis. His when he was at UCLA, and he had a game against the Huskies, and he had like 3 crazy dunks in a row. One of them was a fast break, and he wrapped the ball, I think, around his back twice, and then just went up and dunked. He's an LA legend, still LA legend, doing a lot of things in LA, doing a lot of things in film, which he has done for a long time. And he, heavy involved in the Drew League and all that. Baron is an OG. So shout out to him. And then my last one is PG. So love PG ever since he came out of the draft and went to Indiana. He's really elevated his game and elevated his stock. It really sucks to see, how his seasons have ended the last few years, just because we know the work that he puts in to be great, and the work that he put in to go from a bench player to an all-star to someone having a signature shoe to getting injured on Team USA, and then to come back and still be an MVP caliber player. The things that have happened in the playoffs have been unfortunate. So I really hope that he is able to come back and perform. I don't want them beating the Lakers, but I always have rooted for him as an individual. Very nice guy, enjoyable to be around. And then I also, I got to do it my way. I got an honorable mention as well.
Bro, you already got 10.
I don't care. We going here.
This guy's segment.
Q Rich and Darius Miles for the culture.
You added 17 people.
I don't care. Jesse, it's your turn. Q Rich and Darius Miles for the culture.
Before Jesse goes.
I don't care. Go ahead.
I have a Baron Davis camp story.
Okay.
So it's not directly tied to Baron Davis, but he had like guests like different days of his camp. It was at Santa Monica Community College, and he brought the game in, right? So I guess him and the game played together in high school, and he came in and he was trying to like lecture to the kids. He was like, man, I had this teardrop on my eye. I did some bad things, but I wanted to get a butterfly to represent new life. And he went in like all about this butterfly. His album dropped that summer and is covered up by LA. How are you going in that deep to all these kids about, this, that? His crew clowned him on that tattoo. That's what happened.
I would just say people that be criticizing me was about that butterfly. All right. So
I don't care that I had 10 players.
You had 10 players, so I did have Darius Miles on my list. So that is
okay.
But you could go into detail about it. I didn't go into detail.
You already did it. You did the whole stuff, man. Like when you saw that, him and Q Rich, like it was magical, and I really enjoyed that time. He's probably not my top one, but he's on my list, but I'm just getting him over with. Tracy McGrady. Okay. That guy's nasty. He'll give you 30 on any given day. He's long, lanky, could finish at the rim. I remember All-Star game when he threw it off the backboard and yammed it. It was crazy. Then Kobe did it 5 years straight after. That was always good. My next one will probably be Stephon Marbury. He's didn't ring a ring here, but he's a champion. He is a champion.
Yeah, in China.
So in China, but what he did out here and what he was able to do with his career, and I was curious to see what he would have been able to do if he remained in the league. But he was able to take some lemons and make some good lemonade, and now he's a figure over there. He's known. So shout out to him.
He got statues and stuff, and it is immortalized. And I think he got blackballed out here because when he put the Vaseline on him and stuff and was wilding.
Do you think that he deserves a Hall of Fame induction? Obviously, because he was able to take the game to another country and culturalize it out there. So what do you think? What do you guys think?
I believe so.
It's the basketball Hall of Fame, not the NBA Hall of Fame. So if you're looking at it from that standpoint, I think that there is a strong argument. And I think it sucks that him and KG didn't stay together for that long because they were a good combo, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, agreed. How about Jesse? Keep going.
The next will be Rafer Austin.
Give it to my Lou. Okay.
Give it to my Lou.
We talking about and1 or we talking about NBA?
Hey, he was able. He didn't have a ring and he played.
Are we talking about and1 or are we talking about NBA?
He made it.
He did. He made it though from the streets.
He did have a good career.
It's likability.
And he had a great college career too.
Right. It's likability, right? Those are my. He only became my favorite player because of and1. because that was crazy. But just to see those guys during those shows, because all they wanted to do was make it, right? They played, they wanted to get that NBA chance. And him to be able to do that. And yes, he wasn't successful, but he did make an impact, and he played. He had a nice career.
A legitimate one, yeah.
He got to play in the finals.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember going to those N1 tournaments?
We had money like you, man.
No, they were free.
Yeah, like, and then like you could have like a 3-on-3 tournament. I remember my uncle played in a couple. Like it was 3-on-3. You could win like how much bread was on the line, Blav?
I don't remember, but I know I went to one at Venice Beach. I think I may have went to another one, but that was the place to be.
I think we saw one, right?
Yeah, we saw the professor at the community college.
Yeah, they came out there and hooped.
Yeah,
and then
Escalade was there, I think, too, right?
Yeah,
before he passed.
Yeah, rest in peace. I think, and then my favorite person, like I said, I love Kobe too, and I've said this before. Kobe's my favorite player, one of my favorite players, but my all-time favorite player, Vince Carter, Vinsanity.
I was worried.
Air Canada.
Hey, those dunks and that during that time, like I said, that was a good time when I started watching basketball, and we finally had a TV. So he was what he was able to do, and I really wish he would have won a ring. And he finally retired last year. But one of my all-time favorites, crazy dunks, crazy in-game dunks,
and the boings.
That was good. Oh yeah, the
shocks.
Funny thing is, I never owned it. I should buy me a pair.
I never had a pair either.
Bro, how your calves look, it looks like you were doing those things, bro.
Your calves look like you bought them and never took them off.
Facts.
I had the shoes from eBay with the.
But you said in-game dunker, but that dunk contest in 2001 in Oakland.
Of course, that was. Well, the reason why I'm saying in-game, yes, that was crazy. But you guys remember Shannon? You remember Shannon Brown? He couldn't dunk in the dunk contest.
Not at all. Not at all. Could do everything in game, but nothing in the contest.
Well, yeah, no one guarded him. But, he was a good in-game dunker, and obviously, yes, memorable dunk contest. That was crazy. So I'm not going to get shot. But Rafer Austin is probably the only one that's suspect.
It wasn't suspect, but it was.
Well, hey, but he's another one.
It.
So he's another one. So like obviously taking street ball to the NBA, right? Making street ball what it is now, because it's still a big industry, right? Mm-hmm. Does he get some recognition from the Hall of Fame? No. Okay.
You gotta do it.
Great guy, respectable career.
Great guy, but no.
Okay.
Not enough of an impact.
Yeah.
Did you guys rock any N1 shoes now?
No.
Now?
Yeah.
The old ones, probably not. No new models.
I remember Lance Stevenson was sponsored by them.
Wow. I know I had some. I never had the Tai Chi's, but I did have a pair of KG.
Yeah, the Tai Chi's.
He was with them for a little bit. I loved the shoe. I don't think anybody else did, but I loved it at the time.
Remember they had the slip-ons, like slippers?
I did have those.
I had those.
I used to hoop in those, and I tore a hole through. Yeah, I don't know. I tore a hole through them.
Who has the spree wells though?
Oh,
I know a number of y'all.
I didn't have those.
With the rims.
Yeah, like you press on the hill, they start spinning.
Oh
like,
my!
Oh, hey, that reminds me because
those Dadas.
Yeah. That reminds me, honorable mention of the list. Chris Webber. He actually was sponsored by them, but he's another one didn't win a ring. Amazing player.
Yeah, no, that was good.
He's one that should be in the hall.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, his time with the Kings was great, but like early in his career with the Warriors and even his time with the Wizards, like he put in work.
That was there was some great power forward battles in the West during his era. You had him, you had Tim Duncan, you had Sheed, you had KG, like Dirk. All four of them, Dirk, all 4 or 5 of them dudes going at each other every single night. Like that's a tough job.
A little bit after that, Mari Stoudemire too.
Him too, yeah, man.
Oh like, yeah, he was young though, but yeah, that was still
pretty much every Elton Brand. Like you could go on and on. Like the power forwards in the West was stacked during that early 2000s.
Jermaine O'Neal, he was
man. What? Yes.
But no, he gave us. He was on the Pacers, right, when we played him.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was before Jermaine.
Oh, that was
We
before.
Oh, you
faced
talking about the final?
yeah,
Oh,
Jalen,
okay.
Reggie, Mark
The Davis
Jackson, I think was on.
boys. Yeah, he was on there
Mark
too. Davis
Jackson.
boys, Rick Smits.
Jalen.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yep.
For sure, man. Hey, great
When he
segment.
hurt Kobe's ankle.
On purpose.
Great segment, y'all. That was some good picks. Some diversity in there too. I thought we had some similar ones, but not too much. So that's kind of crazy who our favorites are and how it could just change and you forget. I totally forgot about some of those players. I'm like, oh yeah, you're absolutely right. So our next segment, we only got 2 more, then we'll finish this off, guys. I appreciate you guys. It's our weekly spins. Okay. So this is whatever you spent, whatever you bought, purchased within a week. If you didn't purchase anything this week, you guys are not on here weekly. Just tell us what, the biggest purchase, that you guys did the last week or so. Yeah, most recent. So I'll let you guys go first. David, go ahead. You could kick us off.
Biggest purchase of my life, actually. So I'm pretty much in the process of buying a condo.
Nice.
We get handcuffs for that.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Dang, nice, man. Congrats on that.
Congrats, man.
And shout out to my sister. She's my agent, taking care of me. At Realtor Demisha.
Hey, plug.
Okay.
Trying to get her paid. You need your finder's fee.
Are you?
She's a friend of the show. I think she follows us.
Are you single? Are you single or are you? You're single. Okay, so hey, when you can say you got a condo, that's good because us as a family man. Oh yeah, we about to get a house.
Yeah.
But when you can say, hey, I'm getting that condo, that just rings different, man. That just let's go back to my condo. It sounds really good versus like, hey,
whoa.
No, you're talking to friends like casual conversation.
Okay,
let's go back to my condo.
From what your read the rap was talking about what was it, lollipop and all that.
Hey, Jesse's going
back to the condo.
Jesse's gonna be living vicariously through you.
This man,
baby.
Oh shoot.
Oh man, go ahead, finish. Go, my bad, man. So,
you good, man? That's all I've been on, man. That's
probably the biggest weekly spins.
I don't think any of us can go.
How you just gonna blow us out the water like that, B?
Yo, I bought a Funko Pop. Nah, but I really did buy one though.
Go ahead.
Hey
bro.
man, that's a big purchase, man. Like
It's a
lot more that's gonna come with that. Furniture and floors and backyard, all that kind of stuff.
Hey, but there's more of a backstory for that. How I don't know your age or not, but like if you're talking to the audience out there, like what kind of advice would you give them as far as like getting to that place to be able to make that type of purchase?
Especially as a single man in 2020.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to cut your expenses. I mean, there's things that all of us want, material things that you may see online or at the store, and you have to have discipline. And I think that's important for us. I know Jesse, I'm pretty sure you have kids, and I have a daughter, so those are things that we need to instill in our children in the next generation. Is that you got to have financial discipline and making sure they're financially literate. Ryan is actually a person that has always given me advice, as far as being responsible financially. So, man, I appreciate you for always, being that big brother, and letting me know what I should be doing financially to get right. So, yeah, I would just say be financially disciplined, put money away, and it's better to be, paying for your own home than putting money in somebody else's pocket. So I rented for years, so that's why I feel like I needed to make that move.
That's what's up.
So are you telling us we don't need to do any more weekly spins?
We're done.
Nah, just just limit yourself.
Okay, all right.
Next week I'm like, I'm financially disciplined, guys. I didn't purchase anything.
What's your weekly spend? Nothing. What's yours? Nothing. What's yours? David told us not to buy. I mean,
I didn't even put gas in my car. I don't need this. I'm gonna walk.
I walk to work.
Nah, Jesse got bikes, remember?
Oh yeah. So you got that luxury.
You good?
What about you, Buck? What'd you do, man? I bought a
Man,
plant.
I gotta follow that. Why couldn't you go last, bro? Like, oh, just some necessities with physical therapy. Uh, rehabbing my knee. I have an acute tear in my meniscus or like a cyst near my meniscus. So a foam roller, resistant bands, just to continue that work that we're doing on site at home. Um, I bought that Lakers Bleacher Report championship hoodie.
Okay.
Let's
Had
get
had
it.
to cop two of those. One for me and one for my girl.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah. What else? Yeah, that's really about it. When I think about like spans with 2020,
That would
it's
have been a
light
hot
these days.
topic. That would have been a hot topic last week, but shoot, we got condo in the mix. We can't.
Oh yeah.
I'm about to ask you, hey, why aren't you financially disciplined, bro? Earn that.
I feel bad about buying those hoodies now. I'm like, I didn't
Hey,
need
you gotta
it.
return them,
Dude,
man. You gotta
I didn't
return them
need it.
now.
It's
I'm
still hot
second guessing
outside. What do I
everything.
need this for?
Oh man, I'll go next. I purchased some bedroom furniture. I got an extra dresser and some nightstands. So Blevins called me yesterday. He was like, "You ain't got no nightstand? That's like wearing drawers." Uh, so I've had some. We've had some. in
Wait,
the
but you
past.
don't wear drawers. You don't have pants on right now.
Pants and drawers are different.
They are, but
So when we moved here, I didn't have any nightstands. So I've been rocking no nightstands for the last almost 2 years. So finally we ended up upgrading. So I finally got it. Trust me, I really miss my nightstands. But ended up purchasing that. Nothing crazy. I did get a new. Did I say I got a new sink last week? I got a new faucet.
nah, damn.
Yeah,
Okay.
you got upgrades.
I got
Okay,
a new,
big
I got
dog.
a new
Let me
faucet.
upgrade you.
Got a new faucet for the kitchen. So, side story. My wife wanted to upgrade to a bigger house, and I'm like, we're okay with our house right now. Like, I would love a bigger house, but it's so much to maintain. Like, I ain't done my yard in 3 weeks. I need to go out there and do it, right? And you want to give me a bigger yard? I've been painting. Well, anyways, I finally convinced her to. She wants to stay, so I'm like, great. So let's do what we wanted to do to the house. So we painted. I've been painting for about 2 days, and just my living room. And I don't have a big house. My living room just to my kitchen was 5 gallons of paint, and it took me all day. So I painted my office. It's blue right now, you can't see, but I painted my office, and I've been painting for days. So I finally convinced her to stay. So I've been buying little stuff to fix it up. So we got our faucet, bought paint. Paint's expensive, and that's it. That's my weekly spends.
Did you get
So
that
I'm
voice?
happy.
My bad. I was gonna ask if did you get that voice command faucet where you can say turn on water, give me 3 cups.
No, but
I seen that.
it's really overboard. It's too much. I'm financially was not disciplined with it.
Hey,
I'm
Does it
glad
have
you
the
got
same-
the nightstands, but eventually you're gonna have to get your mattress off the floor too and get a bed frame.
Yes,
Get a
that's
bed
true.
frame.
Hey, that's true because I hate reaching out. I'm like, dang. Gotta reach out to get your phone. I do got a bed, y'all. You just play.
No, I know you got a bed, a mattress, but it's on the floor. Like the Instagram chicks. They all,
Oh shoot. What about you, eh?
I was just looking at my purchases right now. In preparation for the season that we're going into, like the winter, I bought a bunch of vitamins. So that was like $150 in vitamins. Vitamins are expensive, but I figured, you know what? Let me start taking care of my health. I ain't trying to get sick. So that's what I spent money on this week.
coronavirus vitamins.
Vitamin
Bleach?
C,
Bleach pill?
elderberries, vitamin
Edibles.
D, not edibles. Nah, not Sean Hemp. Not Sean Hemp.
CBD.
That was like
The
$100.
CBD oils.
What'd you get for $100?
Hey man, well,
Three
it's
Skittles?
expensive. Yeah, it's expensive to stay healthy.
Nah, I feel you. I
Yeah.
buy those are on subscription, man.
Yeah,
$30 a month. Send you a little vitamin.
for sure. But yeah, that's it. That's all.
For me, I got a couple of jerseys. Michael Jordan. So they haven't arrived yet, but I got a Jordan 92 Olympic jersey and then a
And that's how-
White Sox Jordan 45 jersey as well. So I'm excited for those to come in. Whenever we get to go somewhere, I guess that's when I'll wear them.
So when will you rock them then? Like in the meantime,
around the house, maybe swinging the bat around.
the bat.
Yeah, do a batting practice. You know,
I need a IG pic.
I can't do
it. Are you gonna get the matching pants like you did when you were a kid?
No baseball pants, no.
Right. You should rock the whole thing, like cleats and everything.
I will not do that.
The cup.
I will not do that.
Sliding with this ball bat.
I will not do that.
Hey, you going to the range and now I'm going to work.
I will not do that.
I just remember those the scenes on Space Jam when he would strike out. It was a good looking strikeout. Good strikeout.
Oh, it's crazy. Great
Space Jam
segment,
2
guys.
on the way.
Hey, David, you killed that segment, man. I don't know. There's no way we're gonna have to kill this.
Man, out here getting a house, man. Hey, after Rochelle hears this, she might want to move again. All that painting you did might have gone to waste.
Hey, David's gonna have to go last on Survivor now because he might have like, I got this unreleased Kendrick Lamar song.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard about this guy. His name's Kendrick Lamar. All right, great segue into our Viber now. We're gonna go ahead. I got Booker's first. Do you remember what you sent me, Booker?
Yeah, a little Ty Dolla $ign, featuring Post, called Spicy. He's releasing an album. It's nothing but features. I think
Tomorrow.
It's gonna be.
It's out right now. Actually,
it's out. Okay,
it's out right now. 11.
Oh yeah, 9. Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm looking forward to listening to that. Shout out, Ty Dolla $ign.
I want to hear that Kanye West song. Okay, so you got Ty Dolla Spicy featuring Post Malone.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's hear it.
Yeah, tell me who tryna go? Who gon' drop it down like it's money on the floor? Who tryna bust it for the dollars? Who tryna freak, bring her home, girl, I'm running. She my spicy little mama. She let me bust a pinata. I buy her all the
already on the radio.
It already got a start.
She tryna pull my pants down. I was lighting up a star, got my break time. Told her, babe, I gotta meet her over FaceTime. She don't care, my little mama never waste time.
Man, that's
okay.
Good.
Sounds fire.
That's a nice
sounds like it goes. That sounds like a vibe.
I'm gonna have to listen to the album tomorrow for sure.
Yep.
All right, Blevs, you're next. I'm just going off order.
Okay. Mine, I was listening to Selection recently, the most recent episode, or maybe it was a week prior. So the song is actually from last year, but my first time hearing of this artist, I think you pronounce her name is Emma Vi. The song is featuring Aron Kent, and the song is titled Oops.
Oops. Oh yeah, I see it. Let's play it.
Please don't mean I like you.
It's like that house music. It's that paint your house.
Sounds like it'd be on Insecure season 5.
Yeah, right. It reminded me kind of like some Missy vibes from her first album.
Just making bad decision figures. We were supposed to take some time off, but your figure is just so soft. I just gotta get my finger off the trigger. How I stop myself from really fucking with you. Damn, I gotta get my mind off.
Okay.
Like a Girl Anderson Paak or something.
Right.
Cool, that was a good one. All right, what about you, Dave? What you kicking off?
I've been rocking with Griselda for the last couple of years. So Benny dropped a new project produced by Hit Boy, straight out the IE. So got One Way Flight, Benny the Butcher featuring Freddie Gibbs. Freddie Gibbs, another captain. That's too.
Nice. Let's listen.
Death threats and 3 felony convictions. Plug found out my whole team was high. He kept his distance. What's a stage with no mic and no voice of a poet? What's more important, the flower or the soil that grow it? Yeah, it's cool, but one rule, don't get caught in a moment. Or it's back to swinging ratchets and warming the water. Starving made me thin. And ain't no mercy in this game we in. Odds stacked against us, had to play to win. I got a broad I never saw before 1 a.m. I'm out west and crazy girls cleaning out the ATM. Let's go.
Hey, shout out Benny,
man. You didn't even play the hook with Freddie saying, you gonna cry in this Toyota or this Maybach?
Hey, I just play what Apple sends
And
me.
then now Jesse, when you know he's dealing with his women, he gonna ask, you gonna cry in this apartment or this condo?
Hey, number one hip hop album, man. Shout out Benny.
That
That's
thing is
great,
cold,
man.
yeah.
Those drums just yeah. I sometimes like my only thing about them is like the drums. Like I was like sometimes some of their beats. Obviously, I understand the style that they have, but
It's their sound.
sometimes I'll listen to their sound. I'm like, man, if some drums were on this or the drums hit a little better, or it was different. But then Hit Boy, his drums are just crazy. So that album is nice. I really was looking forward to that, and that's a really good album.
But I think that works for them because it works well with their lyrics. Like if you're a fan of theirs, you're listening to the words and the lyrics, and it just meshes well. But Hit Boy, man, he did an amazing job on this.
Yeah. What you got, eh?
I wanted to give the ladies some love this time because we've always played the dudes. So I got Rhapsody, Pray Mama Don't Cry, featuring, I never know how to pronounce his name, but I think is it Bilal or Balil?
Bala.
Bala.
Yeah.
I don't.
OG Bala.
Yeah. Yeah. Dope song. So I really enjoyed it. So shout out to the women.
7 to his back, different than we ride for Kaepernick. At 17, her son dies, murder was the case, time flies. Still, we never can forget the faces. Morning nights, knowing one night Brianna ain't get another morning. Watching Black Death, our murder shouldn't be normal. Mercy, mercy, what a world our black children are born into. Black is king, we prayed our scars were healed, but still anew. Wounds out the womb, targets on our back like birthmarks. Our tombs, Denali's all black for the funerals. Following families at the funeral, carried by 6, but we loved by the universe. Mercy, mercy.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna say that Rhapsody is one of the best female rappers. She's one of the best rappers, period. Like she's really good, and her most recent project that she had, what was it, like a year or two ago, was really good as well.
Yeah, Rhapsody's good.
Real quick, it'd be dope to hear. I want to hear her and Benny on the track. I think they would get busy.
Hip hop gods, give it to us.
Give it to us.
That'd be dope.
I'm feeling the Blevs feel. You know, this is Maxwell. This is the things you do. Not Maxwell, the R&B. That
I was about to say.
Okay.
That was Maxwell. I'm not ashamed. So this is Maxwell, Things You Do, featuring Kyle Dion.
Heaven, can you please you in the middle of this call? Don't care who sees, girl. Just keep your eyes.
This is what I've been listening to painting.
With a glass of wine? Sounds like a glass of wine right here.
What kind of painting are you talking about?
Basquiat? With no draws on.
Right? Fluorescent
all
lights
signs
on
are
in the
pointing
background,
to,
like,
yeah, you know.
Watching the Titanic, the part that Eddie said last
time. Hey.
Well, Leonardo
DiCaprio.
Leonardo DiCaprio. Hey guys, I want to say thank you for joining us, and you know your time is well blessed. I appreciate it. I know you guys were able to handle our nonsense. Sorry if I was a little too much, but you guys really meshed well. I appreciate all your topics and your opinions. Great stuff, man. Just thank you again. Anything you guys want to say?
Same. Thank you. I know first time I'm meeting David, but I know he's always engaging. And if you guys don't know, I'm always I handle our Instagram handle all the time, so I'm on there a lot. And then Booker, he's always saying, "Oh, hey, I'm about to catch the episode." So I know he's a listener, so I appreciate it, and I'm glad that we were able to get you guys on.
All right, for sure.
Anything from our guests before we sign off?
Yeah, anything from you guys?
Thanks for having me on. Been watching you guys, and it's just fun to see you guys progressing. And I'm sure you guys will keep going and building, for the rest of the year and beyond. So good luck with everything. And again, thanks for having me on.
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys are doing a great job. Like I told Andy, when I'm taking a study break, I'm not watching Netflix or hopping on a game. Like I just set up my phone and just, watch that pod.
Let's go.
Yeah. Well, one question I have: where can I go to prepay my taxes? You know, I just want to know where I can get that done. You know, 2021 is coming. I want to have my 2022 taxes done if that's possible. Just let me know if you have a plug, listeners out there. If y'all got a plug, you know, hit me.
I can't believe we didn't talk about that, man. Talk about prepaying his taxes like it's like the IRS is Boost Mobile, man. Wow.
Metro. But yeah, hey, you're right. We're gonna switch this intro and outro to Rooftop next week.
It's time.
Man. Thank you guys. Thank you.
on the beat, the real one.
If Andy can't help you.
Love is Dober, my hot dog.
Julian.